Good evening on the World News tonight. First, the headlines. Ministers must meet Nigerians' expectation. I believe them, says Tinubu. Buildings will go down. Wike resumes office as FCT minister. Governor Kabir receives defiant Kano protesters despite police ban. Ondo Reps member Tunji Ojo resigns from 10th National Assembly. On sports, Super Falcons ranked 10th best team. I am Maurire Rabila Lawa. The news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Monday told his newly inaugurated ministers to meet the expectations of Nigerians. Tinubu said this while charging them at the inauguration ceremony that was held at the conference hall in the presidential villa. He added that ministers were selected based on personal experiences to continue with the work of nation building, noting that the challenges before them could be very daunting, but that the government was hell-bent on the push to introduce a renewed hope. He said, "It is all about a great team, and I believe we have them here. The greatest number of Nigerians are highly expectant. They believe that you will serve with integrity and deliver. I will hold you to account," the president added. The president urged the new ministers to note that their assignment begins immediately, even as he also urged them to restore faith and governance so that the government could believe in government. The event was witnessed by Senate President Godswill Akpabio, Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas, Secretary to the Government of the Federation George Akume, Chief of Staff to the President Femi Gbadabiamila, among other dignitaries. Newly sworn-in Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister Nyesom Wike on Monday assumed office with a pledge to restore the city's master plan. At his maiden news conference, he said land allottees who have been given certificates of occupancy but failed to develop will also lose their lands to give way to those ready to build. If you know,
and let me tell you, that period of land marketing is what?
Over. He said.
And those that government are giving CFO land, allocated land to them.
Governor Abba Kabir of Kano State on Monday received protesting youths in Kano State under the aegis of Kano State Civil Society Forum as they called for justice at the governorship election petitions tribunal. According to them, a judge at the tribunal allegedly warned against people trying to bribe her. Although the Kano State Police have prohibited all forms of protest, some youth have chosen to defy the order and participate in street protest. The protest gathered at the state government's house gate carrying placards. Some youths who defied a police ban went ahead to march into the government house carrying placards. This came shortly after the police command in Kano State announced the ban on all street protests as the governorship election petition tribunal sits for the adoption of written addresses. The commissioner of police in the state, Husseini Gumel, made the announcement at the state headquarters today. According to him, intelligence reports revealed that both the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, and the All Progressive Congress, APC, are mobilizing for street protests against the tribunal sitting. The federal lawmaker representing Akoko Northwest Federal Constituency of Ondo State, Right Honorable Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, has resigned his membership from the 10th House of Representatives after accepting his nomination by President Bola Tinubu to serve as a minister in his cabinet. Tunji Ojo's resignation was contained in a letter addressed to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. In his resignation letter, Honorable Tunji Ojo explained that his resignation from the National Assembly was necessitated by his appointment to serve Nigerians as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. He pointed out that he had been chosen at a time when the country was in dire need of technocrats to help contribute their quota to the advancement and economic growth of the nation. While appreciating President Tinubu for finding him worthy to serve in the country in his new role as a minister, Honorable Tunji Ojo said he is prepared to give his best for the renewed hope agenda of the present administration. He was first elected into the House of Representatives in 2019, where he served as a chairman, House Committee on Niger Delta Development Commission, NDC, in the 9th National Assembly. He was subsequently re-elected into the National Assembly for a second term after winning the 2023 elections. Honorable Toji Ojo was designated as Minister for the newly created Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, but was on Sunday moved to the Interior Ministry. "18 registered political parties have indicated interest to participate in the forthcoming local government election in Oyo State. Chairman Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission (INEC) (OSIEC), Mr. Isaka Olagoju, made the declaration on Sunday in Ibadan. Information report that OSIEC announced its readiness to conduct the local government election in April next year. The commission said the 18 registered political parties have indicated interest to participate in the election. Olagoju lauded the political parties for handling their primaries peacefully. He said 18 registered political parties have shown interest. "We did our best during the local government council elections conducted in 2021. Election is a process and there is room for improvement. Things are improving. Recently, the commission observed primaries of some political parties. This was different from the past. The process went peacefully and successfully. This is the spirit I want all the political parties and electorate to take to the election so that the election can be peaceful and credible." Gunmen on Saturday abducted 8 members of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) along a highway in Zamfara State, Nigeria's northwest state. All the corps members were traveling inside AKTC bus from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, to Sokoto State and Root Zamfara State to take part in the mandatory national service when their vehicle was intercepted along a highway in Zamfara. A source in the transport company confirmed that the incident to reporter made this morning. The source would not want his name mentioned in the report because he was not authorized to speak on the incident. Said the corps members were 11 in number, but that 3 escaped from the gunmen. Apart from the 8th corps member, the driver of the bus was also abducted, he said. The corps members were offloaded from the bus and taken into the bush, he said. The police have recovered the bus. They left here, Uyo, on Friday and slept over in Abuja. It was when they were proceeding to Sokoto that they were kidnapped, he said. He said the incident had been reported to government, authorities, and security agencies. And to foreign story. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has rejected Niger junta's 3-year power transition plan. The development was declared by the ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Abdel Fattah Musa, during an interview with the BBC on Sunday. The online information reported that General Abdurrahman Tiani, leader of the Niger junta, had said in a televised broadcast on Saturday that the army will hand over power to civilian government within the next 3 years. However, in an interview, Abdel Fattah Musa said the General Tiani's proposal is just a small screen for dialogue and diplomacy. On Saturday, former military head of state, General Absalom Al-Bakr,
the government is already instructed to take the urgent arrangement for dialogue. The active forces will work.
The delegation met with Prime Minister Ali Lamin Zen, who received them at the airport and led them to the presidential palace. They later met with the ousted Niger's President Mohamed Bazoum. After meeting General Abdurrahman
to formulate concrete proposals to define the fundamental principles that should govern the transition, to define the priority of the transition.
It said Niger junta and ignored the ultimatum to reinstate President Mohamed Bazoum. Finally, on sports. Nigeria Super Falcons have been ranked the 10th best team at the just concluded 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. The 9-time African champions were unbeaten in the group stage, finishing second behind co-host Australia. The West Africans were, however, eliminated in the round of 16, losing 4-2 on penalties to the 3 Lionesses of England. As released by FIFA, the Super Falcons are ranked ahead of big guns Germany and Brazil. Randy Wardrum's side are the best ranked team in Africa in this competition. Spain defeated England 1-0 in the final to win the Women's World Cup for the first time. The top 10 ranking is led by winners Spain, followed England, Sweden, Australia, Japan, France, Netherlands, Colombia, USA, and Nigeria. With the sports story, we've come to the end of today's world news from BGI TV Current. Before we go, some headlines. Ministers must meet Nigeria's expectations. I believe them, says Tinubu. Buildings will go down. Wike assumes office as FCT minister today. Governor Kabir receives defiant Kano protesters despite police ban. Ondo Reps Minister Tunji Ojo resigns from the 10th National Assembly. And on sports, Super Falcons ranked 10th best team in the world by FIFA. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rabila Lawa.